Alright guys, so this is a Tesla stock update. Today it's Tuesday. Stock is trading at $782 level. So last time when I made a video, it was right here over the weekend when they released delivery numbers, and we talked about these levels, and a lot of people, I think they didn't like it because they're investors. So if you're an investor, yeah, that's not for you. This is pretty much technical levels to watch because I don't talk about much fundamentals. So we talked about this 800. This is a 30-minute chart being crucial resistance level, and I talked about that as a possible entry if I was sure that this break out and then comes back down and tests this level a few times at least, to say that okay, so 800 now, there is a demand, the resistance became support. But no, it did fake out. It did push all the way till 806 and flushed right below, and that's the beauty of technicals. So if you knew that okay, if it doesn't stick above 800, there's no need to buy it here or here, because you know your next risk is all the way till $780. So that's where it's hovering around. So previous resistance acting as a support. And if we switch to a daily chart, the trend is still bullish, right? It's just 2 days of basically it just filled that gap up, and I said on that previous video that the pivotal point for the stock would be actual earnings, what they're gonna say on earnings. Yeah, they reported a great number, but there are also, like, if you look at the option market, there are a lot of people buying calls, very aggressive calls, but option activity doesn't predict the stock. What stock is about to do. Same thing with the technicals. It doesn't predict what stock is about to do. It just out there to take care of the risk. What's your risk of entry? So it might help you to time to enter to the stock, but it doesn't predict the stock price. So from here, same talk pretty much. 800 resistance at the moment. This 780 is acting as a support. If it doesn't hold, we have a support right here at 765. So that was the previous resistance. And also we have this trend line at the bottom. So this is uptrend, support trend line. I'm watching it as a support. So it has bounced off of these levels many times. So on a daily, on a bigger picture, it is to the upside still. If we switch to a weekly chart, we had every time, like we talked about this one as well. So every time we saw the stock pretty much rally for at least 3 weeks, we saw some pullbacks here. Same thing, almost 3 weeks, goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back. So 3 weeks of a green action, maybe a little bit of a pullback until it resumes another leg to the upside, but we'll see. So resistances are still the same above 700, above 800. If it gets above that, I will be watching 820 as a resistance. And what about the monthly chart? So if we switch to monthly chart, on a monthly chart, still momentum to the upside. Okay, I want to also take a look at the moving averages. So if we take a look at the moving averages, I think it's still above all of its moving averages, and even this 20-day. So on my screen, I will zoom out a little bit more. The red line is 200-day, the yellow line is a 50-day, and the purple line is 100-day. So they are all curling up, so which means momentum is to the upside. And also this blue line right here is a 20-day moving average, used more by day traders, active traders. So it's still above this level as well. And there are sometimes people use 5-day. You can include 5-day, but I don't watch 5-day, but we can take a look at the 5-day as well. So at the moment, stock is above its 5-day. So in the morning, I think afternoon slipped below 5-day and then quickly got above. So it depends where it's going to close. We have around like 7 or minutes until market close. So market is about to close, and today stock is pretty much flat. It's not negative, it's not positive, so it's flat. It's pretty much wherever it closed yesterday, that's where we are at the moment. And what about the MACD? So if we take a look at the MACD, it's still to the upside, but momentum is not as strong. So stair steps, killing a lot of premium. So that's what it's doing at the moment, and that's what it has been doing throughout the summer as well off of these moves. But still, until it breaks these support levels, momentum is to the upside. So what about the option market? So we can take a look, since day is almost over, we can take a look at the total stats. It's hard to read if market is super bullish on this one or bearish, but we can take a look. 563,000 calls were traded, 763,000 puts were traded. So more puts being traded, but I wonder if those puts are being sold, because there's clearly more puts being traded. And we can see here, looks like there are some naked put buyers. Let's see, let it filter out. So much volume, it's hard to read. October 15th, 700, 730, 680, 690, 725 puts. And then October 22nd, they're all spreads, by the way. 830, 830, 830 calls, 800 calls, 830 calls. So there are a lot of 830 calls to the end of the October, and then next week, basically there are a lot of 700 calls puts. I mean $700 strike puts being traded. I'm not sure what people are trying to do. Maybe these puts are just puts selling because there's some premium into it, because they're gonna report earnings. And if these premiums start decaying into the earnings, maybe the people are just trying to take advantage of it, or it could be just actually people who are buying puts, maybe just protect the position, or I don't know. So it's hard with Tesla always, unless you have software that clearly tells you what option market is up to. But that's it. So that's what I'm watching for Tesla. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.